Hello and welcome to a brand new series we're going to do here, and the reason why we're going to do another brand new series is because today the Frosty Planet pack was released. It's the new DLC, for those who didn't know, for Oxygen Not Included. I don't really have a whole lot of experience in it. I've watched a couple people play, and I did a little trial run just to kind of see, what the basics were and see what it was about. After that, I'm ready to just dive headfirst into a brand new series where we're going to play that. Now don't worry, I haven't forgot about our other series. I'm still working on that. But anyway, we're just going to do a new game here. We're going to do it on survival. We're going to do spaced out, and we are going to just go over to our Frosty asteroid, and we're just going to take what we have right here. Now that we're here, we're going to definitely want somebody that can do a little bit of cooking. We aren't really worried about the irritable bowel. We'll keep this Freja dupe. I'm not Freja. How would you say that? Freja? Fajita? Anyway, Fajita here is in medicine, ranching, and cooking. Not the best dupe. Irritable bowel, that's okay. We're probably going to want somebody to cook fairly soon, so we'll let Fajita here. I think that's actually what we're going to name her. Fajita. Fajita. And let's see here. Who else do we have? Fajita, Taco. Let's just stay with the names here. And we'll call this the Frosty series. I think these dupes will do. We have ourselves a digger and ranching. We also have ourselves a researcher and a builder and a little bit of decorating if we need it. We also have ourselves a cook and another rancher for backup and a doctor as well. So I think that this is all pretty good. We have two dupes with the frost proof, so that should prove to be pretty good up front because this new planet is going to be kind of chilly. And yeah, I think that'll be okay. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. All right, so I think the first thing that we're going to want to do here, from my little bit of experience, we're going to go ahead and pause this. Let's get rid of all this stuff. The first thing we're going to want to do is get down here to the research portal. I figured this out the hard way. My first little 11 cycle foray into this Frosty Planet pack. As you can see, everything is kind of frozen, which means we don't have any liquids, which means it's going to make sinks awfully hard at the beginning of the game in the first couple of cycles. So we really have two objectives here. One, we want to get to this research portal, and two, we want to build a bathroom, and then we'll get to some bedrooms and stuff like that. And just so I was clear about this research portal, you'll see here in a second, we'll unlock a couple of things that we're going to need, namely the liquefier to make water. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and just dig up in here a little bit. We're going to want to get some of this dirt as quickly as possible. Now we can build ladders with this wood, so I think that's what we'll do. So I think we'll pause it for a second here. We're just gonna kind of lay off a little bit. I'm gonna do my normal thing, however I'm gonna leave this wood pile here. Usually I would put my first research table here, and then I would put my supercomputer here. However, I think I'm just gonna leave this here. We could probably just deconstruct this and just leave it here on the floor, and then just go ahead and put our stations where we normally would. However, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct this ration box. I'm going to put our research station right over here once we do that, and then we'll put the other one beside that. And we'll do the normal thing that I normally like to do, the normal thing I like to do, which is to put our power above this. So what we'll do is we'll turn this into the place where we put the door, because we'll turn this into a laboratory like we did last time. And the way we'll do that is we will, we'll do this. We're not going to do that quite yet. So we're going to want 4 tall between floors. So that means we're going to want to do this. And we'll just come across here like that. And then we'll just grab these tiles. And for now, we will just put them in here. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of ice, a lot of oxalite, and there's no algae. You can see here on the organic ore, there's no algae. However, I do know there is plenty of oxalite, and there is a new building, which we will get to once we get our research station down. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. But for now, what we'll do is we will get over here. I think this would actually be good. Just do that. And then we'll rummage through this. And I think the only person that's cold right now is going to be Pico. So we're going to get Pico over here to grab this coat, because there's a coat on this coat rack and it'll help them not be chilly. So we can really just circumvent this heater altogether. We're just going to disable it because I don't want them wasting wood on it. And then we'll go ahead and we will build ourselves some ladders down. So This is gonna be, ooh, we're gonna need to not, you're gonna need to not do that. Okay. We're already getting into trouble here. Okay, so the way I'm gonna do this is it's gonna be, here's gonna be the door, there's gonna be a ledge. Here's gonna be where our 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be at the end of the room here, and then one ledge, and then we'll put our ladder here. And we'll just go down like that, and then we'll come across like this. And we're gonna turn the priority way down on this just for now. I think what we can do for now is we can just put our bathroom right across from this. I think that would probably be the best thing to do. Okay, so we're gonna have a bathroom. Go ahead and rummage that. And Pico, let's go ahead and put this coat on you, girl, because I know you're cold. Get that coat on. All right, we're gonna speed this up just a little bit here. You guys are not gonna have a bed your first night. I'm sorry, but it just ain't gonna happen, okay? Oh, we forgot to set the schedule. Okay, well, you know, let's add a couple of schedules here, just like so. And I'm gonna do what I generally do, which is to shift it by 3 blocks on every schedule. We'll do a little bit of downtime, and then we will just do this alphabetically. So Fajita, you're gonna stay there. Pico, we're gonna move you down to here. Taco, you're gonna be on the last one here. And then we want to go to our priorities. We're gonna go to our heading setting. We're gonna enable proximity like we always do. Everyone is going to have a very high attack. Everyone is going to toggle stuff. And then we will kind of give some of these guys a little bit of what they're going to do. So we'll do this. What are you doing, Taco? Taco, you're in construction. So we'll do building for you. Wow. Okay. Well, so Fajita, what are you good at? Did we get a researcher? Yes, we did. Okay. So you're going to be the researcher. This is going to be probably your main priority. And we'll just leave everything else kind of static for you. And Fajita, you're going to be doing cooking, so we're going to put that up for you. And then we'll just leave everything else as is for now. Come on, somebody. Oh, come on, Taco. Let's go. Okay. Now, as you can see, research discovered. Now, this is why I came to this first. Eureka, we've decrypted the research portal's final transmission. New buildings have become available. The wood heater, which we already have one up there, but we're not really going to use the wood heater right now because our duplicants have the frost resistance, and the one that doesn't, Pico has a coat, so that won't be a problem. However, what we do want is the wood tile, which won't melt once it heats up, which I think we have a little bit of time before that happens. But more importantly, the ice liquefier, because we need water for our lavatories. So we'll just hit OK on that. Now that we have that, we can come up here and we can, I'm just going to go ahead and build one. It's going to be under utilities. We're going to do a liquefier right here and put that there. I'm going to put one more of these here. I think we're probably going to end up moving this. Yeah, I think we are. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Go ahead and do this. So this is going to be 3 wide. So we're going to do like that. And then we will put our ice liquefier right here. And we'll put that on a priority a little bit higher than everything else as well. Now, we're going to want to get our power going. So we'll do this here. Also going to go ahead and grab our research station. And we'll put our research station here. I know this is a little bit of a run, but we'll do this. We can go ahead and get some research going. All right, now that we have this, it would probably behoove us to make a couple of rooms. And I think the way we'll do that is we will just do it right underneath here. Just do it like that. And then we're going to want to put some beds down. Now, the cool thing here is that we have a couple of new beds. We have the DIY cot and we have the quilt cot. I think what we'll do is we'll just make a couple of both and we'll see what they look like. I actually think I like these better. And that should make this a room, that a lavatory. All right, let's see what we want to get started for research. So there's a couple of things that we have here. That's the new wood heater. Everything with this little blue band. It's kind of like it was with the Spaced Out DLC where everything had this little yellow-orange band on it. It was new for that DLC. Everything that has this little blue little thing on this corner is new for the Frosty Planet DLC. As you can see, the ice liquefier is pretty deep in here, which requires advanced research. And if you remember correctly, advanced research requires a supercomputer, and a supercomputer consumes water. So you see the catch-22 here. that I figured out pretty quickly was that there is no water here. So how are you going to unlock something to make water when you don't have any water? Now, I will tell you that I did kind of dig down here a little bit farther, and we'll kind of get to that. There is some water down here, along with some other things, like some arbor trees and stuff like that. However, that's a little bit far off. We're going to need some digging to be able to get through some of this granite and stuff like that. So that's why I made a beeline for this research portal. All right, let's slow this down a little bit. What achievement did we get? Got our bed and bath. Okay. This is not going to be an achievement run, by the way. This is going to be us playing and us kind of experimenting with the new stuff. Maybe getting the new achievement. But in the meantime, let's kind of pause here and see what we want to do. We want to go back here. I got a little sidetracked. So we're going to want to get some research going. And I think, what are we going to want to do first? That's the question. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to... I think what I want to do this time, since I'm not worrying about the achievements, because I usually do that, but I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get into ranching because behemoths, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, if you look at these in the database, these guys drop a ton of meat, and they also can be shorn for reed fiber, which to me makes me feel like these guys are essentially a newer version of the Draco that drops more meat and has a larger livable range. Now let's look at their temperature. Okay, so they're kind of hot like the Dracos are when they're born. This guy's at almost 50 degrees here. But anyway, let's go back to our database. They have a lifespan of a whopping 200 cycles, whereas if you remember, the Dracos have a life cycle of 100 cycles. However, these guys require 16 cells of space per critter to be happy, and their comfort range is from 30 degrees to 70 degrees. Oh, and they also eat the plum squash plant, which if you look right here, this is a plum squash plant. So this guy would be kind of happy right here. We could actually probably farm him there. What I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab these and we will plant them in the farm. So let's go ahead and look at these as well. So we'll look at the plum plants. Plum squash seed life cycle is 9 cycles. Now, this behemoth, when they eat this, they'll eat 44% of the growth cycle per cycle, I guess, 44% growth per cycle. Let's see what happens when we plant one of these. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll start working towards that. We'll go ahead and grab this guy and we'll grab some of these plume squash plants and we'll start farming these guys. I think that'll be kind of fun. In the meantime, he's going to town over here on our research. I think what we'll do is we'll just go up one more floor, just like so. And we'll just go right across here. Just do something like that for now. And then we'll put a door on this as well. And we'll just start preparing for our behemoths. I think another thing we can probably do would be get that dug out. We're working on our research. We don't need that just yet. What we will do is we will dig over to here. We're going to want to put our, as a matter of fact, let's see what we're researching right now. We need to research a light because I want to have the lit workspace buff for our research as well. We'll hit Y for harvest plants, and I'm just going to harvest all these plants that we have access to right now. I think that would probably be a good idea, just so we have stuff to eat. We'll hit Y on this one as well. We're also going to need to get over here, so it might behoove us to do like that and then dig across just like that. No, we can't do that yet, but it'll be okay. We're going to get hard digging as soon as one of our dupes gets the skill point, which we're about halfway. So I think it's going to be, it's going to be Pico. Pico's going to be our digger. Speed this up just a little bit. Are we looking on calories? We're okay, I guess. We're definitely going to want to start making kitchen soon and stuff like that. I think we might be able to do that over here. Now this cinnabar ore is the new ore for this planet. It's essentially like the rest of them, as you may have noticed. Whenever you make something that requires metal, the cinnabar ore can be used, essentially. Trying to figure out where we want to put our kitchen. I think we're probably going to want to put it over here. And let's see what we have on the printing pod. We can go for the calories, or we could go for another dupe. I'm thinking that if we're eating 1,000 calories per dupe per day, we're eating 3,000 a day. We have 19,000. We've got several days. We've got 6 days worth of calories. So I think we might be okay to grab another dupe. I think okay. Ooh, this guy already has hard digging, but you're not a digger. That's interesting. Okay, no, I'm not really interested in this. This is okay if you didn't have noodle arms. It's going to be narrowed down between these two. This dupe is actually fairly decent. Probably would be good for later on, maybe for space or just radiation exposure in general. But that's not really something we're concerned with right now. The interior decorator doesn't really apply since you don't have decorating as an interest. However, we could put you into decorating, but you don't have a natural interest to it. So I think we'll probably just go with the calories. The next thing we may, oh, we're not done with this. We're gonna set this to a 6. Yes, go run on the wheel, fajita. All right, the research is complete. I think the next thing that we're gonna wanna research is we're gonna wanna get to our supercomputer. Here, we'll just go ahead and click there and we'll let that go do its thing. We have our room dug out here for our ranching. However, we're going to need to fill in some of these tiles. How are we looking on our oxygen? We're getting a little thin over here. Well, we're going to dig into this oxalate a little bit, so that should kind of help us out a little bit. Do that. And I think we're about to have our research for our supercomputer done. Once that's done, we'll put that here. Then we can go ahead and grab a light as well, and we will put that over top. And now we'll go ahead and put down our supercomputer. We'll wire that up as well. And I think the next thing that we're going to want to research is going to be the bigger batteries. So we want big boy batteries, you know. See how our heat is going. I love this new little thing that shows you that things, if you notice here, it's got this little flame icon. And then if we find something like, let's see here, like this Weezwarts, you see this little snowflake icon, and if you look over here, the flame means heat source, and the snowflake means a heat sink, which means it cools things, so heaters and coolers. I think that's pretty neat, if it wasn't obvious before. We have this turned up. Yes, we do. Okay, very nice. Then we're going to need to get back into the food. We're doing on wood. I think we're doing great on wood. What else can we have these guys doing? Okay, so we have this. We have a lot of oxalate around here we can get to if we need. Got a bunch of these behemoths. So back to what we were talking about with those guys. If they take up 16 tiles and we have 96 tiles in our ranch, that means we can only put 4 of them in each ranch. So that is actually not that bad. I'll have to run the numbers on it, but it seems like that might actually be better than Draco's as far as the meat production goes. Not exactly sure. Now we're just waiting for skill points. Oh, looks like we have one. Who leveled up first? And it would be our researcher, Taco. So Taco, you can now do some advanced research. Consumes wood to melt ice. Okay, got you. So it looks like we're gonna need to be careful about our wood. We can't just go all crazy with it. I think about the only thing we're gonna build with the wood is gonna be the ladders. And I know for a fact, or at least on the last one that I tested, that there are arbor trees down here somewhere. So we are gonna try to dig down here as quickly as possible so we can find ourselves some more wood so we can sustain that for now. All right, what do I want to research now? Okay, so we're probably gonna want to go straight into critter ranching. Oh, we have another skill point ready. Who's got the skill point? Pico, you are going into hard digging, my friend. And so we are going to be able to come up here and dig this now. Well, we're not going to be able to dig that. Okay, well, we can go around it. Okay. Let's just cancel this, and we will dig like this. Fair enough, right? We'll do that. And then I think that we should have farm towels now, right? Yes, we do. All right. So, we're going to have to do the math on this. So if they eat 44% of one, we're going to have to plant one and kind of figure out what this is, because I'm not seeing the info that I'm looking for in the database. We'll find out once we plant one of these. What we'll do is we'll just go ahead and we'll say that we're probably going to put a grooming station right here. We're going to put a shearing station right here. So that means that we can start putting maybe some of these tiles here. We'll start with 4 and we'll just kind of go from there. Probably wouldn't hurt for us to go ahead and do something a little bit like that as well. We'll just lower the priority on this because this just really isn't something that's super important. How's our food doing? We got 18,000. Oh, somebody's got another skill point, and that would be fajita. Fajita. We're going to put you, well, we're going to start you here. We'll get you into critter ranching. And then we'll make you our chef as well. Oh, we got an anti-entropy nullifier. How ironic is that? Do we really need that? I don't think so. These look really cool, these lumen quartz. All right, let's see if we have anything good here. Digging, cooking, operating. We already have a digger, we already have a cooker, but you do gain attributes during a meteor shower. I don't know. I think I'd rather just take the oxalite on this one. I think what we can do here is go ahead and plant that, and then just copy these settings across here. I'm gonna move this over a little bit so I can get my little thing here straightened out.
You know the thing.
Somebody get on the wheel. We might need to set somebody to operate. Let's do that. Priorities. Let's go to operating. 0, 0, -3. Holy crap, Taco. We really don't want you doing that if you don't need to. And I think we're going to do a little something cheeky here. What we'll do is we will just put a bottle emptier over here. Like so. Actually, you know what? I don't even think we need to go that far. I think we can just do it right there. What we'll do is we'll just take this stuff and we'll just put it out on the floor and it should freeze. I'm thinking, right?
Just slip it down here.
Yeah, it should freeze, right? Look at polluted water. Polluted water is what? Polluted water freezes at 20 degrees. Yes, it does. Come on, Fajita. Grab that thing before it puts off too much. It's gonna get cold enough, it'll freeze, don't worry. And maybe not. Okay, well, we can do it another way. We'll just leave it there and see what happens. How about that? Oh my goodness, you need ethanol for these. Oh, what did I do?
Oh no, bro.
Okay, well, whoops. I didn't read that one, did I? Okay, well, whoops. I guess not. Yikes. Okay, well, that was a horrible, we're just gonna put our polluted water down there. Pay no mind, pay no mind. We're just gonna dump it down this hole. How about that? I think that'll be okay. Yeah, so, whoops, I guess I didn't realize it needed ethanol. I didn't read it. Man, I should have left those wild planted. Oh well. So I think we can just end this episode right here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Really excited about the new content. I'm learning it. I haven't played much of it, so it's definitely going to be a learning experience. It is interesting. I'm enjoying it so far, and we'll catch you in the next one. So thanks for watching. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, friends, later.